After almost 3 years of full-time travel, where we saw some incredible places and made truly unforgettable memories, Miko and I decided to head back to Canada to finally put the backpacks away and settle down for good. Just kidding! If you watched our last video, you'll know that we've recently had some ups and downs, including a very intense health scare that involved the dreaded C word.
I guess the idea that like you might be super sick but you don't really know.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
It was terrible.
After an uncomfortable biopsy and the longest month of our lives, we got the incredible news that the nodule was benign, and suddenly we felt like we had a new lease on life. After discussing what we really want our lives to look like, we've decided to lean into the pursuit of becoming digital nomads by doing 3 things. First, we bought an old Toyota RAV4. Second, we concocted a wild plan to slowly travel and road trip from Canada all the way through to Central America. And third, we added a new character to our videos, our dog Evie.
This dog, I think she's gonna really enjoy it. Oh my god! I can't talk!
This video is the very start of this adventure that we have unceremoniously dubbed Season 4 of Ricola Miko. And like any good journey, this one starts with a few tearful goodbyes.
Bye.
Thanks
for having us. Bye. Bye. Oh.
Bye.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah.
Yep. Thank you.
I'll be simple.
Bye guys. Thanks again guys.
Bye, Ara.
Bye.
Bye, guys. Bye, Jen. Oh, okay.
Bye Saku.
Bye, guys. Love you all.
Bye mom. Bye dad.
Ready for an adventure, Evie? Oh, she's gonna sniff. Oh, my bed. Evie hasn't checked out the car yet, so she's like, whoa, man, there's so much to smell here. Oh, hi. I'm going on my adventure? Yeah. Oh, look at your setup.
Bye.
Bye, Evie. Bye.
Bye guys.
Bye, guys. Oh my god, this is so much worse than the airport.
I'm not gonna lie, it was worse than I thought it was gonna be myself personally.
I knew it was gonna be hard, but like at the airport you like, I feel like it's like, yeah, I have to go. Like I'm leaving, hug everyone, there's a flight to catch. But here, like, it's like there's nothing stopping us from just staying another 5 minutes, another 10 minutes, another 20 minutes. So like, oh, to make yourself leave is just like the world's worst feeling.
Yeah, I can't believe there's still so much of this journey ahead of us. And like
We just started.
The start of it is just...
We're literally 20 meters in. No, this is the thing.
This is the hard part.
This is definitely the hard part. Like, leaving is so hard. And then, like, once we're gone, it's exciting and it's obviously new and fun and awesome. But my goodness, leaving is terrible.
I am pretty happy though that one thing is different than the last time that we left. And it's that this little creature behind us.
Girl. Oh, she's already sleeping. Oh, she is such a good travel dog. She loves the car. So depending on when you joined our channel, you may or may not know that we have a dog. Her name is Evie. We have had her this whole time. My sister and her husband, our brother-in-law, have been looking after her while we've been traveling the last 2.5 years. So she's obviously become their fur baby just as much as she is ours. So taking her right now has been hard. We all knew this day was coming, that we would like take her back and she'd be our dog again. But it is really hard because she is also 100% their dog. So, ugh, I can't even talk about it. It sucks, it's hard.
Just the feeling that they're going through right now. I just remember when we went through it the first time 2.5 years, almost 3 years ago. And yeah,
it's terrible.
It's a terrible feeling.
Yeah.
So
it's hard. It's hard to take her away from them. But we are so excited. My sister keeps calling this Evie's Big Adventure. So
begins.
Yeah, it begins today, Evie's Big Adventure, which is pretty cool. Evie is becoming a travel dog, and we are becoming travel people who have a dog.
Yeah.
That's wild to me. Like, I still feel like I haven't processed that. We have a dog that we are traveling the world with. That's pretty cool. Today the plan is to go, I don't actually know how many kilometers it is. It's about 5.5 hours of driving. That's what I know. So probably around 500 kilometers. And we're going from Calgary, Alberta in Canada, all the way down to Great Falls, Montana in the States. It'll be our first stop in the States, and it is also the only stop that we know like what is actually happening so far on this road trip.
Literally the only thing that we have booked right now is
The only thing.
a cheapy bad review motel.
For tonight.
For tonight.
After tonight, we have 0 things booked, planned.
Yeah.
We generally know the route. We're pretty sure we're going from here all the way down to like the Tucson, Arizona area.
Yeah,
We're pretty sure.
It's pretty much saying that like we know the route in a sense that we're going south.
We're going south, and we know the border crossing that we want to eventually get to get into Mexico, which is called Nogales. So that is the end goal. How we get there, we're unsure about. We've got a week to do it. We've got a week of insurance, at least in the States, of health insurance and travel insurance. So we've got a week to do the journey. And so far, that's what we got, you guys. Everyone keeps asking us, like, oh, how are you getting through the States? What are your stops? And we're like, we don't know. They're like,
No.
What do you mean you don't know? We're like, we just don't know. I feel very happy that like I'm so comfortable now traveling this way that I could just
is-
like show up
yeah.
and be like, I don't know where we're sleeping tomorrow night. I don't care.
It is
We'll
such
figure it
like
out.
a surprising. It's surprising how comfortable I feel with it.
Totally fine.
And I think it just like it throws everybody off.
It does.
That whenever we talk to them about how much we don't know about where we're going.
Don't know.
But like when we've been traveling like the past 2.5 years, that's really been our life. Like we could be
Yeah.
in a new country
In like a day or two.
In a day or two, and like you just gotta go with the flow.
Yeah, and we love doing it that way. We love traveling that way. So we don't know how we're getting there, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna be wicked. We're hoping to see some really cool national parks. We don't want to take like forever for the journey, so we do need to make it kind of quick because the States is expensive, as is Canada. So we're really excited to get to Mexico, but it's gonna be cool.
I'm looking forward to it.
Me too. We just stopped at the watercraft inspection pullout so that we could get our eSIMs activated. We've got some data, for the States. Because we're at the border. Border time.
We have new passports as well.
Brand new. fresh.
New because
Crisp
we had
from
to
the printer.
renew them, and this will probably be the very first stamp.
I don't think we get stamped.
We get stamped,
I don't actually think we get stamped in
but
the
we're going
States.
crossing over land. I know
Oh.
flying to the States we never get stamped.
But maybe the border we do. Or the
maybe.
land border.
Yeah, I guess we'll find out.
We can hope.
But here, I can.
Wow,
That's
here we are.
probably Montana that we're looking at right now.
Cool.
Super legit border crossing. It is just a huge facility.
Holy smokes.
Yeah. I don't really know what I was expecting, honestly. I was kind of expecting a couple of sheds or something. Well, more than a shed, but I don't know.
Bye, Canada. Oh, so sad. But also so happy. I'm also so
Yeah,
glad we're leaving.
Super happy. Start of our U.S. portion of our road trip.
Wait in vehicle for inspector. Oh, okay. We gotta get inspected? I guess that makes sense. I think they inspect every vehicle that goes through.
Hey there.
Hi there.
Passport.
There you go.
Yeah. Roll down your back window. Where are you going?
Going through the
Great
States
Falls
to Mexico.
today.
Yeah, going to Great Falls today.
Then where?
We're heading towards Mexico.
How long will it take you to get there?
1 week.
I think 1 week.
Where are you going in between?
We're hoping to stop at some national parks along the way.
Which ones?
Maybe Yellowstone and Grand Teton.
Yeah. And
But we're not exact-
Zion.
Yeah, just depending on how far we can get on the driving.
Any food or alcohol with you?
No,
No.
What takes you to Mexico?
just a
Just travel.
Vacation
We're just gonna be there
travel,
for a
yeah.
few months.
Where are you going down there?
Mazatlan.
Do you have a place booked?
Yes.
Yes.
Where at?
In Mazatlan, like in the city.
Yeah.
The north side.
Like a hotel or a...
Airbnb.
Airbnb.
Okay. How much money are you taking down with you?
Cash, we have like
500 US, I think.
and 300, about 300
300
Canadian in Mexico.
Yeah.
Alright, here you go. Drive safely.
Thanks very much.
Ta-da!
Whoa. I haven't been through like the Canada-US border crossing in a long time. but I kind of thought it would be a lot more.
Okay, wait, did we just like, we don't go through the Canada anything? You just go through America? We don't have to like leave Canada?
You know, as Canadians, I feel like we should know this. I think we're in the States now.
We're just done?
Yeah.
I'm used to like leaving a country and then going into the next country.
No, I mean like they're so close that they know how to like do the whole border crossing process in one go.
Look, you can return to Canada if you're screwed up. It's kind of a funny sign. Return to Canada. Oh no, I didn't mean to be here.
Uh-oh.
And we're off.
Woo! Welcome to Montana.
Woo woo!
You hear that, Eve? We're in the United States.
Yay! What do you think? I'm so tired. I'm so tired, guys. What a day. Well, I really expected them to like have to check us out of Canada before we got into the States, but it was just one guy, one station, asking us questions about where we're going and how long we're gonna be there. For some reason, when he's like, "Why are you going down to Mexico?" I'm like, "Who asks that question? Why wouldn't you go to Mexico?"
Yeah.
I just didn't have an answer. I'm like, tourism? I don't even know what I said. Also, we can confirm that you get 0 stamps if you go through the border as Canadians.
Lame.
Sad, we like stamps. I really wanted to, like, just put something in these passports. They look so barren and plain.
Also, all the things are now in miles, and
Yeah.
I'm like calculating. The speed limit's this, so like that's as many kilometers an hour.
Does not compute. Wow, we're in America.
Looks the same.
Looks identical. Nothing's changed. But look at this sunset. She's a beaut. Are you taking a video of me brushing my hair?
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to see how Evie's first night in the hotel.
First night on the road.
First night ever in a hotel for her?
No, she's been in a hotel before. When she was little, when she was really small, we had her in a hotel.
No more driving today.
Are you happy here?
Good morning, everyone. Last night we were pretty tired and we got into Great Falls pretty late in the evening. We checked into a pretty seedy motel, but honestly we didn't really care at that point. Like the dog was pretty happy to just jump on the bed
It
and
was perfect for us.
play, and then we were pretty happy to shower and get to bed because it was a long week leading up to this trip, and we have not had a lot of sleep. But today we're actually now on the road heading down south towards Salt Lake City. We probably won't get that far, but I think we're probably just gonna drive as far as we can today. And I'm pretty excited because we've set up the car so that we can actually sleep inside this car.
So I think when we can, when it's warm enough outside and when we have like a decent enough safe place,
Yeah.
we're hoping to do that. So fingers crossed tonight is the night that we sleep in the car for the very first time. We also have not trialed out
We've never tried.
sleeping in the car, and we've never car camped in our whole lives. So tonight could be a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. We just thought that like yesterday we were like, why are we paying so much for this hotel when we have seen so many roadside rest stops that I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure people could just sleep at.
Yeah, we've seen like trailers just like parked at them, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I bet you someone's just sleeping in there. Like, we should just do that.
So we're thinking that having this car set up for some overnighting
Yeah.
is going to be like a great way to save some money on this little road trip down towards Mexico.
Yeah. It also allows us to not actually have a firm plan. So like, we're just gonna drive as far as we can today.
Yeah.
And once it starts to be like, okay, it's dark enough that we should start like finding a place to rest, we are hopefully gonna use iOverlander for the first time and find a place to hang out for the night. Idaho! Just like that! We were not expecting to be here so soon. Just like, all of a sudden we're in Idaho, I guess. Wicked, okay. Goodbye, Montana. Well, it turns out that trying to find a place to stay is a little bit tougher than we anticipated. It's just that, like, there's like a truck stop that I think we could sort of stay at right here, but like, we would literally just, because we're literally in the car, right? We don't have anywhere to be outside, and it's raining. Well, not right now, but it keeps raining on and off. So I'm just like, I don't know if it would be very nice to be here. So I don't know. We're gonna try out I think we're just gonna head further south and just keep driving and maybe check out a couple of camp spots along the way and just hope for the best as we do that. And worst case scenario, we just stay at a motel a couple hours south of here tonight, I guess. Well, what a journey. We found another truck stop. I think
It's like a rest stop.
it's like a rest stop.
And
It has washrooms. It feels kind of safe. I feel safe. I feel fine.
There's other trucks around.
There's trucks here, like big trucks, semis. It is
So-
already very dark.
I think we just need to. We just need to commit to this because
Yeah.
I think it's not like what I envision our first ever camping in the car would look like. I was expecting like a nice little campsite by the water,
Yeah, maybe even a shower.
shower and stuff. But
It's free?
it's free. That's true.
It's free.
It's free.
That's pretty nice.
And we looked at hotels and they were like $100
For like the cheapy
for like one night.
plus a dog fee. Which
Plus
is
a dog fee.
like obviously that's expected in the States. But we're just like, we have the ability to camp. I'd rather camp.
Yeah,
Do you think we should do it?
probably.
Okay, let's do it.
Oh my gosh.
You guys, you're almost ready for bed.
No, what do you want?
What do you think, Eve? She's like, this
I've-
is weird.
I've never camped in a car before.
Either have we.
Yeah.
We're starting strong.
I need to make dinner.
Let's go.
But I can't do it with this dog.
So here's the setup for dinner. We bought a table, like a little camping table, and we decided to do this all outside. We want to do it in the back of the car, but there is not enough room. And we got a new stove that we are trying for the first time. Looks good.
It's a little windy.
We brought some like dehydrated food with us. Just a couple packs so that this would be easier the few nights that we have to do this. Okay, success, it's on. Look at Evie. She's like, what are you doing, guys? She seems a little confused, but she seems happy enough. Also, we will eventually show you the car and what it looks like and like all of this stuff, but like we were hoping to do that today, but doing this on the side of the highway at a rest stop is when there's no light, this was just not it. This was not it. Wow, there's a lot of food in here. I feel like we could have like eased into car camping a little better than this. I feel like this is like stealth car camping. I feel like had we gone to a campground, this would have felt more like camping and less like sleeping at the side of the road. Did not think we would be using our Omni charger for blowing up an air mattress ever. And here we are.
Yeah, usually this is just for like laptops, but I actually think this works really well as just a portable, do anything battery bank that you can plug in a like AC plug-in to.
And don't have to use the car battery.
Yeah, that's a huge thing.
This is literally the first time we've put this together. We haven't tested this out before today. What do you think?
I think it took us a couple hours too long, to be honest.
To set it up.
Everything, yeah.
It took a long time.
It took so long.
But it's
we did
really
it.
dark in here. No one can see in, which is great.
Yeah, everything was blacked out, like the windows.
Yeah, we'll show you in the
We
morning.
have like covers for them, and then we're on an air mattress, and yeah, I think we're thinking
I
we're
just
okay.
want to make sure we're warm enough because it's cold out there. It's windy and
it is
cold.
windy, but it's different than camping because there's no wind, and you don't
Yeah.
you feel like you're in a secure kind of thing.
I don't think I ever expected to be doing this in my life. Car camping on the side of the road.
Yeah, this is definitely a new experience for us.
This is a new adventure. I mean, I kind of like it. The dog seems to be adjusting well. Look, she's just done. Like
she's out.
full on face of the blanket. She's done. Okay, we're gonna leave you guys here. We will catch you tomorrow.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah, for the next day of this road trip.
Fingers crossed it's not too loud out there.
And hopefully tomorrow's a little smoother than today.
See you in the morning.
So night one in the car camping was a success. I'd say the only thing that did not go very well was that we froze. So we need an extra blanket or something. But I wanted to quickly, before we take this down, show you guys what we have done here. It is the simplest setup ever. This is like not at all a real car conversion or anything like that. All we got was, we've got a camping car air mattress. So it actually fits the shape of the inside of the car really well. And then we just have 2 sleeping bags, which we zipped together last night, and a couple of camping pillows. And that's like the sleep system. It is incredibly simple. The beautiful thing about the Toyota RAV4, which is the vehicle we have, it's a 2008 version, and when you put the back seats down, it lies pretty flat. There is a bit of an incline, which is really why we got the air mattress, to make it like thick and less noticeable that there's an incline. But honestly, really simple setup. The only other thing we really did to convert the RAV4 into something we could actually sleep in was we made these like window covers. This is like $16, okay? So all we did was we went to the dollar store and got like black styrofoam board. We cut it to shape with the help of my family, taped it all up to kind of give it some waterproofing. And that's what's on like the front windows, the back window, and like the little side triangle guys. These guys. And then just on the back windows, we actually purchased a proper like mesh net for it back here. You can see here, it just like goes over top of the window. And then this one actually unzips a bit. So if we wanted to, had it actually been warm, we could have like undone the windows a little bit and then just still had the mesh covering the outside. So the only other really important part of the RAV4 is that we have this like almost like trunk space. And Nico has like retrofitted a piece of wood instead of what is originally on here, which is plastic. To the back here so that we can like, it can hold our body weight, but underneath it can store tons of stuff. So that has been a lifesaver in terms of storage here. And last but not least, we of course also got a cover for the front. So it felt super dark in there. Like I felt really protected that way yesterday. We just obviously, Miko's still so cold. He gave me his coat, so I had all the coats, and he froze. Thank you.
Yeah, it was a good night. You know what? I just keep thinking to myself as like we slept that we're saving money by not
$100
paying for a
freeze.
hotel. I might be freezing, but at least I've saved $100.
That might not seem like a lot of money to 100 people, but when you're road tripping your way to Central America, $100 really counts. So I think we're gonna keep a better eye on the weather, maybe next time.
Maybe.
But like, it wasn't bad.
Not a bad first night.
It wasn't a bad first night.
So we made it to Salt Lake City, and we actually left in such a rush that we didn't end up picking up everything we needed for this road trip, namely all the electronic bits that I should have probably done more research on before we left. But thankfully I had the idea yesterday to look on my phone at Amazon and see if we can get something delivered to a stop later down the road. And it turns out that Salt Lake City has some Amazon drop-offs centers at this 7-Eleven. So now we're in front of a random 7-Eleven to hopefully get a couple of Insta360 and GoPro stuff.
Ooh, it's cold here.
Whoa. Well, I have never picked up an Amazon package like that before. That was actually pretty cool.
I feel like we're getting our first real taste of like small town America. We're driving through some tiny, it feels tiny town in Utah. I don't know what it is. Do you know what it is?
I have no idea, but it's kind of cool.
It's cool. It's just so quiet.
Yeah.
Like I keep looking around. It's what, like a Tuesday at 3:45, and I see nobody walking around. Nobody's around.
It just feels like
hanging out.
It feels like this is like where many movies start their stories in, you know, like a Superman or something. His origin story would be in a small town like this, and you know, with a school, a small tiny school with a American flag, and
weird.
Just quiet, empty streets. And,
Yeah.
yeah.
The leaves blowing and wind whistling and
Yeah.
cool mountainish things in the background. It's
Kinda-
just small town America, hun.
It is kind of neat.
Yeah, it's kind of neat.
In the next video, the journey to Mexico continues with a few stops at some of the US's most breathtaking national parks.
It's so close. I thought it was gonna be like really far away. You walk up to the edge, it's just right here. Just right here.
After putting some miles on the car, we get closer and closer to our first major border crossing of the adventure. But not before we realize there are still some things to do in this purposely, barely planned adventure.
We also need to get health insurance for Mexico tonight. We gotta figure out SIM cards for Mexico tonight. We need data. And we have no idea where we're staying in Mexico tomorrow. Not a clue.
Subscribe and hit the bell to make sure you don't miss out on our journey to Central America.
What is this? Watch the
just
road, not
so
the
hard.
view.
Are they coming back for their camera? Okay. Here.
It's our vlog now. It's our vlog now. That's the last episode of Nicole and Miko. Now it's time for Sakura!